Welcome back to Uindy TV News. I'm Grayson Holm.
And I'm Nia Lawson.
Starting off with national news, the man accused of the assassination attempt against Trump at his golf course left behind a note detailing his plans to kill former President Donald Trump. Ryan Wesley Ruth, the 58-year-old suspect, had engaged in a premeditated plan to kill Trump. Ruth's note was placed in a box that he dropped off months earlier at the home of an unidentified person. The box was not opened until last Sunday's arrest. One note addressed, "Dear World, this was an assassination attempt on Donald Trump, but I failed you. I tried my best and gave it all my gumption I could muster. It is up to you now to finish the job, and I will offer $150,000 to whoever can complete the job." Prosecutors were able to cite his cell phone records indicating that Ruth traveled to West Palm and Greensboro in mid-August. He also showed he was near Trump Golf Club on multiple days and times between August 18th and the day of the attempted assassination.
And in health news, the FDA has approved an at-home flu vaccination just ahead of flu season. Flu Mist is an at-home nasal spray flu vaccination that is meant for ages 2 to 49. It now offers broader access and can be ordered online with prescription. The vaccine contains weakened flu virus strains as an alternative for those who want to avoid shots, especially children. Common side effects include fever, congestion, and sore throat. Experts say it is a convenient and effective option to prevent the flu.
Gettysburg College in Pennsylvania said a student accused of scratching a racial slur into another student is no longer enrolled. The incident happened at an on-campus gathering where 2 students, including the victim, were taken off the swim team. The victim's family says he was kicked off the team before any real investigation. Gettysburg College promised the family a full investigation, and the police confirmed no criminal charges since the victims want the college to handle it.
And coming up, we'll be joined by Tatum McCauley with our current weather update. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Greyhounds, and welcome back to your Wednesday show. We have some very exciting things to talk about with our very special guest.
So what do you find unique about Uindy, and what kind of pulled you here?
What are you doing?
Watching Good Morning Greyhounds every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
Hi, I'm Tatum McCauley, your meteorologist. And looking at today, you can expect cloudy conditions all through the night, starting with 5 p.m., 75 cloudy, 6 p.m., 74 cloudy, 7 p.m., 73 and cloudy, 8 p.m., 72 cloudy, 9 p.m., 70 cloudy, and 10 p.m. 69, and it's still cloudy. Looking into this weekend, we do have a chance of rain this weekend with a 75 high, 64 low, 65 chance of rain. Saturday, 73, 64, 50% chance of rain. Sunday, jump up a little bit, 75, 63 low with a 45 chance of rain. And Monday, you can expect cloudy conditions with high of 78 and a low of 63. More news up next.
We'll leave it to our actual athletes. Watch Uindy TV's live sports broadcast on GLVCSN and YouTube.
The first time I went to Lucas Oil was last year for the 6A Center Grove versus Carroll State High School football game. And I walk in this time thinking I know what's going on, thinking I know what's going to happen. And if I were to say that Lucas Oil lost any effect on you, just the pure vastness that it hits you when you walk in, I'd be wrong. And Jace put it perfectly. He walked in and said, wow, this is the dream. And it is, because the people that we look up to listen to a high school football game of the week on WYCR HD3 Uindy Radio.
And welcome back. A woman is dead after being struck by a vehicle in Morgan County on Saturday morning. The Morgan County Sheriff's Department was dispatched to the 6500 block of State Road 252 on a report of a pedestrian struck by a vehicle. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. The Morgan County Coroner's Office later identified the victim as 33-year-old Victoria Johnson of Martinsville. The driver of the vehicle that struck Johnson stayed on the scene and cooperated with investigators.
A student at Perry Meridian High School has been hospitalized after being attacked. The student was taken to the hospital after an assault left him covered in blood. Photos show the boy's badly battered face along with deep gash on his forehead. The family's attorney said, quote, "We believe he has lifelong injuries that will take time to heal." With this being one of many attacks in recent years, 1 in 5 Foundation for Kids is now launching a review of unaddressed violence at school. The family is asking for change in anti-bullying policies along with better training for staff and higher levels of supervision.
And a man was found in a pond at the Spanish Oak Apartments. IFD said that witnesses told first responders on the scene that 2 people had been fishing at the retention pond when one of the men reportedly went into the lake and did not resurface. The tactical dive team eventually recovered the 27-year-old man after discovering the missing person around 20 to 25 feet from the shore. Authorities arrived and got the body out and took him to the hospital. The first responders said the man had been underwater for approximately 15 minutes before the 911 call was made. Unfortunately, he was later pronounced dead.
Stay tuned after the break because apparently Earth has a mini moon. We will be right back.
We'll leave it to our actual athletes. Watch Uindy TV's live sports broadcast on GLVCSN and YouTube.
The first time I went to Lucas Oil was last year for the 6A Center Grove versus Carroll State High School football game. And I walk in this time thinking I know what's going on, thinking I know what's going to happen. And if I were to say that Lucas Oil lost any effect on you, just the pure vastness that it hits you when you walk in, I'd be wrong. And Jace put it perfectly. He walked in and said, "Wow, this is the dream." And it is, because the people that we look up to listen to a high school football game of the week on WICR HD3 UIndy Radio.
An asteroid about the size of a bus, standing about 33 feet long, will orbit the Earth for about 2 months. The asteroid can only be seen through a telescope and will appear into the early next week. Scientists have named the asteroid 2024 PT5. Some call it Mini Moon. Scientists have also discovered that it came from a group of asteroids called the Arjuna asteroid belt about 93 million miles away. If you don't have a telescope but want to see the mini moon, NASA is always releasing photos, so you can check it out there on their website. Let's head back to Naya and Gracia with local coverage.
Good morning, Greyhounds, and welcome back to your Wednesday show. We have some very exciting things to talk about with our very special guest.
So what do you find unique about Uindy, and what kind of pulled you here?
What are you doing?
Watching Good Morning Greyhounds every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m.
I'm honestly really excited to see that mini moon, and I actually had one of our photographers, Undile Becker, take a picture of the moon the other day. So Undile, if you're watching this, you need to take a picture of the mini moon and show it to me and Naya.
And if we get those pictures from Undile, then of course we're going to post it on Uindy TV, so stay tuned with all of our social medias.
Yes, thank you so much, Tayden. Noblesville police are investigating an apparent robbery at a downtown gun store. Hoosier Armory is at 98th North 10th Street, a block north of Noblesville City Hall. The Noblesville Police Department says officers were called to the store at 4 a.m. Sunday afternoon. An alarm was activated. Officers found a damaged vehicle near the business front doors. Evidence at the scene points to an attempted robbery, but no details were provided. Police did not indicate whether any items were taken.
And a Darlington woman is behind bars after state troopers arrested her on methamphetamine-related charges. The arrest follows an investigation led by Trooper Bradley Howell on September 20th in Montgomery County. Trooper Howell acted on information suggesting meth was being distributed from a Main Street residence. After obtaining a search warrant, the troopers discovered suspected methamphetamine pills and drug paraphernalia. The substances will be tested at the Indiana State Police Laboratory to confirm their nature. Rebecca Scarborough, 48, was arrested and taken to Montgomery County Jail on 1 level 5 felony, 3 level 6 felonies, and a Class A misdemeanor.
A pedestrian that was struck by an IMPD squad car has now died. The officer was not injured in the accident and had blood drawn to determine drugs or alcohol were not a factor in the accident. The officer is still on full duty and there are no updates at this time.
And if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, we of course got some events lined up for you right here in Indiana. At Fountain Square Brewing Company this Friday from 4 to 8 p.m., they're hosting a plant-based junk food event. They will have chicken sandwiches and loaded fries and many more options that are completely vegan and nut-free.
Yeah, Naya, and that's not it. Also, the Franklin Fall Festival is coming up this Saturday. The event starts at 10 a.m. and goes until 6 p.m. Vendors and food trucks line the streets and park area, so it's going to be everywhere. Local businesses fill their shops with unique finds and fun fall vibes. It's the perfect fall festival. For more information, follow the Franklin Indiana Parks Facebook page.
And that's not all. Today, yes, today is a National Binge Day, so snuggle up with your favorite food, snacks, blanket, and binge your favorite show or movie series.
And this is the perfect day for me. Unfortunately, it's not a federal holiday though, so you can't have the day off today, which I wish we did.
Darn.
After producing this newscast. Naya, what is your favorite binge show?
Ooh, it'd have to be 2 for me, either Bridgerton or Blacklist.
Okay, and I love Bridgerton, but I'm a ride or die Game of Thrones girl.
Okay, I've never watched it.
And you have to because it's got so many dragons and it's so cool.
And I love all that sci-fi stuff, so I can definitely get down with that. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Uindy TV News.
Tune in next week at 6 p.m. to Uindy TV on YouTube and Xfinity Channel 1096 for your weekly news update.
As always, have a good night.
And be safe, Indy.